Hello, FCBC friends. I have invited a guest speaker to address us today, but I've had to break the space-time continuum in order to do so. I've asked Caeser Molebatsi to speak to us. He's a Black South African speaking at Urbana in Urbana, Illinois in 1990. I was a 27-year-old staff at that Urbana and assistant to the director, and remember Caeser as a really joyous guy, despite the fact that he was living under apartheid as a Black South African. Apartheid, of course, was legalized institutional racism. Segregation was the law, and so jobs and housing for blacks was kept at a really, really low level. So the majority black population lived in frightening poverty. 1990, things had changed a little bit, but not long before that, it was illegal for a black person and a white person to marry in South Africa. Thankfully, it was repealed about 6 months after Urbana, but I appreciate Caesar's message because he's speaking to a largely white student audience who are interested in the possibility of being missionaries on the need for racial reconciliation in missions. And he's suggesting white missionaries can't work effectively in Africa without dealing with racism in themselves and in their home countries. Racial reconciliation is an important qualification for us to be calling others to be reconciled to God. We can't do that while we're not in a state of reconciliation with others, particularly across racial lines, and content to stay there. I realize we're all on a journey in this area, but his suggestion that it is part of our witness to deal with broken shalom in race relations, if we're going to be dealing with broken shalom between people and God, and be satisfied with a broken shalom across racial lines. So Elliot spoke really well on the need for relational shalom last week, and I thought it'd be a good follow-up to hear from Caeser on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend and have him call us as a fellowship to address broken shalom as it relates to racial division that is harbored in our hearts, in my heart, and in our country. First few sentences of the talk get cut off, so hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction. As you listen to Caeser Molebatsi in 1990, you'll love the crowd shots, the hairstyles, the clothing, and hopefully that won't be a distraction as well. But enjoy, listen, take in what Caeser Molebatsi has to say to us.